I met Mike many, many years ago, probably over 40 years ago. I was just getting started in business. Long story short, we had lunch with his wife, Jen, and in the sauna, we got in the hot tub, and this young man, Alex, hopped in the hot tub, and we started talking to him. And he, very sharp young guy from Long Island, was telling us about his interest in real estate and doing real estate deals, and we invited him to lunch at the OOC Roadhouse and Museum.
They're doing some YouTube stuff.
I look like a movie star today.
You do look like a movie star. So I met young Alex in the hot tub upstairs at the Camden Pier.
All right.
What was it, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think less, yeah.
Yeah.
Less.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk Mike into moving down to Florida, my buddy from Maine, and we're going to see our buddies over at the OCC. Check it out. So
It's one notch up from entrapment.
they did the boxing and fighting.
They had a bare knuckle boxing
Yeah.
round. You know, they had
Yeah.
what, 1,500 tickets they sold for that.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah. The thing is they opened and then COVID happened, which,
Yeah, it just messed up their momentum.
well, it did me on 2 locations. I had to shut them down. I just could never regain the.
Wow.
Well, they were up in Maine. One was a bowling alley, and the other one was in Gulfport. And neither one of them had the history. You know, the ones that had, I have 9 other locations up north, and they all got back to normal almost.
Shit.
Still feeling the repercussions of COVID, but
Sure.
when you have a place that big, you got to get above your fixed costs, and if you don't, you die a quick death, depending upon and just the way it is.
Right.
But on to next things. And what's fun about this is I don't have to get into the detail of running it, and I can come and have.
You enjoy yourself, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I think there's a lot of benefits to it, and that's why I texted you last night too. I was like, if you trust him, I think it's a good deal. That's the bottom line. But
Keith is one of the authentic hospitality people I've met over the last 30 years. When he opened up the OCC Roadhouse and Museum, invited me over, and I realized how much passion and drive he had for that location. He set up an investment for a few people to be able to invest, so I took advantage of that opportunity. With any of these things, you got to start with trust. I've seen Keith do it. I mean, he did a great job with Trade Winds, and
I've been to that place multiple times. I love it.
yeah, he created most of it. He created the concepts and did most of the renovations over the years. And he's got other deals he wants to do. When the economy gets to a point where you can, fund things there. So, so being associated with things that are multiple may be a good idea. But I just wanted to do this one to have some fun and a little diverse from what I'm doing, but keeps it interesting.
See the new
Right.
Tesla Cybertruck on the camera?
2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Wow. I haven't actually, so I'm going to take a picture.
Oh, it's
of it.
right there.
I haven't seen that.
My buddy Big Steve that gives out the $2 bills, his
Yeah.
son-in-law bought one of those over
One
in
of these?
Tampa. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he's such a smart businessman though. He has all these people that probably didn't even want to get it, but they're
They're
paying $250 a pop just to get a picture of like a deposit slip online, and they don't
Right.
know if they'll ever even acquire it.
Have you heard about his home, $15,000 small homes, mini homes that are like size of a container, but they erect, they come to your site and you can erect them in less than a day. They're under 20 grand.
I believe that.
So it's crazy.
About
There's
5
like
or
a
6 of
2
them
or 3 year.
sprinkle 'em around.
Yeah, there's like a 2 or 3 year waiting period.
You have mobile home parks, Fred?
I used to, a long time ago.
You
I
used
know
to.
a guy that's looking to, I have a friend up in New Hampshire who has an investor that's looking to buy mobile home parks that they can expand.
Well,
So it's
that
got-
was exactly what we were going to do in Wyoming. So it was like 150 units or something
Yeah.
like that, and we had the room to expand another like 300 units or so. And in addition to that, the local government was all pro for it because they're in desperate need of housing.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I mean, the reason why we didn't get it done was just because none of my people were really comfortable with investing in Wyoming because they just didn't know it. They know what they know and they like what they like, and they didn't want to venture off. But if I had someone with a little bit more
Well, I'll put you.
courage-
I've got a buddy that actually is looking at this deal. I will. Let me see if he'll answer the phone. Fun thing I've tried to do my whole life is connect people. So we got a real estate guy in Alex, who's a young real estate guy. I connected him to Luke Pickett, who's a good friend of mine from high school, extensive career in real estate and investing. Luke's interested in the OCC, and his son Jack lives down here. I'm going to introduce him. It's all about connecting people, and that's one of the fun things about being involved in this OCC. Enjoy lunch, enjoy dinner, and have a few cocktails, watch some shows, and keep enjoying life like we do the beer business.
My first commercial sale. So I was working for a broker doing commercial real estate on Long Island, and I found a lead that came in, and there was a guy that owned a beverage distributor, and he was looking for a new place. There was this one property that I had found, and I told brokers in my office about it. And mind you, I'm like 23 at the time, and everyone in my office is at least like 30. There's no 35-year-old, like it's 40 plus, and I'm clearly the kid of the office. And everyone says, "Oh no, this building's been on the market forever. You're never gonna find the owner." They've told me everything under the sun about how this property is not the one for my guy. And long story short, after like 12 months or so, run into Queens because the sellers didn't speak English, so just all over the place. But we got the deal done, and he closed and bought it for 2.2. It's probably worth like 4.5 right now, or even more, and it's fully occupied. And that was a lot because there were just so many moving parts, and like there were different people involved in like the selling group, and everything wasn't clear cut, and there was a lot.
What's the moral of the story?
Never give up.
Persistence.
You can't give up in real estate. Yeah, whether it's real estate or anything, but especially real
It's tough
estate.
when everyone in your shop's telling you it's not the right piece of property too. Yeah, don't waste your time.
Oh my gosh. No, it's ridiculous. Between that and just people looking down on you because you're a young individual. I shouldn't say kid because I was 23, but that's how I felt, right?
Well,
Like
in real estate, you're a
everyone's
kid.
looking.
Well,
Yeah, absolutely. I still
got
feel
news
like
for you.
I'm 30.
23
I'm 30 years old now, and I still feel like
Still
a
a
kid
kid.
in real estate.
You're still a kid.
That's fine. I'll be that kid as long as I make money. I don't care. I'll be a kid with cash in my account. That's
Right.
it.
Cheers to
Persistence.
that.
Yes.
Persistence.
Thank you.
Persistence.
Cheers. Good story.
Persistence.